Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shah, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shah, Bahashem Rikakradash, Native Fearless, Israelite with Shah 9, coming back to you with another video. The title of this video is Gog and Magog. And before you get started, I know we still have prophecies that are being fulfilled, and it's a beautiful time. All praises to Yahweh. And we're just going to dig a little deeper today, if you brothers don't mind. The Edomite spirit is a faithless spirit, and it's a rebellious spirit. And what it does, it takes hold of unbelievers that are on earth. So through worship of witchcraft to these false gods such as Baal, this creates the spiritual city that the Heavenly Father knows these spirits by. And there you have the city of Babylon, spiritual Rome, and spiritual Sodom. Also today, spiritual U.S. It's been countless times that the Lord Yahweh has brought his destruction. So soon to come into spiritual Babylon today is his destruction. But let's get back to the book of Revelations, and I'm talking about the back of the book. Who is the next Edomite after Israel rises? It's Moab is the next Edomite. He's the next nation to catch the spirit of Esau, the Edomites, the Edomite spirit, the Edom right now spirit. No time to wait, no faith, only believe in what you feel, your flesh rules you. That's the Edomite spirit. Edom right now spirit. Can't wait. So Moab is the next nation after the rise of Israel. This is after this coming that's about to happen. Okay? So let's go to the back of Revelations. Let's open up Revelations chapter 4 first. Verse 6. Also in front of the throne was something that looked like a glass sea, clear as crystal. Okay. Now we're going to go to chapter 12, verse 5. The woman gave birth to a son who would rule all nations with an iron rod. These are the Israelites. These are the elect and the remnant. Okay. The boy was snatched away. He was taken to Yahweh and placed on his throne. The woman ran into the desert to a place that Yahweh had prepared for her. There she would be taken care of for 1,260 days. Okay. Now we're going to go over to the book of Revelation still, chapter 20, verse 7. And at the end of the thousand years, Satan will be set free. He will fool the countries of Gog and Magog. These are the Moabites. Satan, the spiritual demon Satan, in the physical, he gets in the people and he produces the Esau Edomite spirit, okay, the rebellious spirit. And their people will follow him into battle. They will have as many followers as there are grains and sand along the beach. And they will march all the way across the earth. They will surround the camp of Yahweh's people and the city that his people love. But fire will come down from heaven and destroy the whole army. Then the devil who fooled them will be thrown into the lake of fire and burning sulfur. He will be there with the beast and the false prophet, and they will they will be in pain day and night forever and ever. Okay, that's after. We're still in the middle of prophecy, so let's not bug out. Let's not, get ahead of ourselves. The mark of the beast is here. The microchip, they're still rolling it out with this fake COVID hoax that I addressed weeks ago and said, they were after the Israelites and, just the nations of Israel, so-called Black Latinos and Native Americans. Okay, so after the coming, we get our salvation and everything, and, we rise as a nation. Gog and Magog is going to rise. Those are the Moabites, which will have the spirit of Edomites, the faithless, bowing down to Baal spirit, the same spirit that America has, the rebellious, prideful spirit. Okay, and then after that, we're gonna have there will be no more Satan. He's gonna get thrown into the lake of fire. So Magog will become spiritual Babylon and spiritual Sodom and Gomorrah in Rome. When they worship Baal, the nations, people, they get that Edomite spirit, okay? So to the Heavenly Father, these spirits have a city that he calls Babylon, Sodom and Gomorrah, in Rome, ancient Rome, okay? Stay with me. When the nation of Israel rises and we receive our salvation, which is coming real soon, we're going to be starting back, let's say like in the First Kings, in the book of First Kings, with King David. And but right now I'm going to start with the book of Second Kings, because I'm going to show you how this all ties into Moab rising. The first book of Kings is going to be pretty much like through our 1,000 years of peace. And the second book of Kings is talking about Moab, and it's showing how they're going to, how they're starting to rebel and worship Beelzebub, the false god. Chapter 1, 2 Kings. Chapter 1, 2 Kings, verse 3. About the same time, an angel from the Lord Yahweh sent Elijah the prophet from Tisbe to say to the king's messengers, Ahaziah has rejected Israel's own Yahweh by sending you to ask Beelzebub about his injury. Tell him that because he has done this, he's on his deathbed. And Elijah did what he was told. When the messengers returned to Ahaziah, he asked, "Why are you back so soon? A man met us along the road with a message from the Lord Yahweh. The Lord Yahweh wants to know why you sent us to ask Baal about your injury, and why don't you believe there is a God Yahweh in Israel. The man also told us that the Lord Yahweh says you're going to die." Okay? And as the law repeats itself, the wages of sin are death. So anytime a population or a nation rebels against Yahweh, their wages of sin is going to be death, because they're already dead spiritually. So when Moab tries to rise up against us, after we receive our salvation, we have the kingdom, this peace, 1,000 years, here comes Moab with the spirit of an Edomite. It's chapter 3, verse 4. For many years, the country of Moab has been controlled by Israel. See? And was forced to pay taxes to the kings of Israel. King Mesha of Moab raised sheep. So he paid the king of Israel 100,000 lambs and the wool from 100,000 rams. But soon after the death of Ahab, Mesha rebelled against Israel. How do you rebel against Israel? Having the spirit of an Edomite, worshiping false gods.